What's going on, YouTube? I'm just gonna get these dogs back in there, man. Look at him, and y'all know we got the #1 publication in the nation, Street Elements Magazine. We've been doing it for a long time. Street Elements Magazine. Street Elements Magazine. Hold on. Street Elements Magazine. We're the #1 magazine publication in the nation, man. For real. You see that right there? Them boys need that. Them boys need a little action in them, man. You can't forget about the homies up the road, man. They need this. They need these street elements, man. And we also got a business magazine that we produce, got number of business information in there. So if you got a loved one, man, you want to send them one of these, believe that they're going to learn something in this one right here. They're going to learn something in everything that we publish. You know, we got a little entertainment and stuff inside of here, but it's really about to educate. You know what I'm saying? One of my main things is my 3 tips to stay out of prison. You know, 3 tips. I put together 3 tips how to stay out of prison because I believe if you follow these rules, there's no way you can go back to prison. You know, no way you can go back to prison. My first rule is, matter of fact, got one right here. My 3 tips how to stay out of prison. You see? 3 tips how to stay out of prison. My first one is always look at the clock. See? Also, hold on. Before I even go into that, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep putting this content. I got some hitters coming out of Florida, some OGs, guys that really stand up guys that going to sit back and tell you what this street shit bring. It bring the penitentiary. A bunch of times a nigga telling on you. That's what being in the streets bring. Hating, a lot of hate, a lot of fuck shit come along with being in the streets. My bad, YouTube, for saying that. But that's what going on the street. So it's my job. That's what Street Elements Magazine is about. Is to enlighten you on law, criminal proceedings, things so you can educate yourself. Credit, investing, real estate, anything that I can help educate you on, I try and put inside the magazine. Not even try. I put it inside the magazine. That's what I do. And I got to put them babies in there because them guys love them babies. You know, they got to see them babies, man. But just for instance, you know, we got them trucker females. Just show you a little something what it kind of look like. You know, we got them babies in there. Definitely got that. You know, but anyway, my 3 tips how to stay out of prison. And my tip #1 is to always look at the clock. And what I mean by looking at the clock means if you out and about in the streets, you just got out of prison, you back out, you hanging out, you know, you going places, meeting people, maybe going to the club, hanging out on the block with your homies. You already putting yourself in a bad situation because you put yourself right back in the same environment. So my thing is, say you out and about with somebody and you get into an argument, say you gambling, and you get into an argument with somebody and somebody starts saying something disrespectful. Well, you got to realize you just came from prison. So your respect level is up here compared to a guy who on the street who don't have no respect. See, you just getting out of prison, what you see as disrespect, these guys on the outside don't see as disrespect. They don't see it the same way, homie. It is what it is. You know, you just left off a pen doing 16, 17 years, shit that you won't tolerate enough. These guys out here don't recognize that because they don't know the rules. They don't know the rules. So you have to always look at the clock and say, man, hold on. This cat right here about to have me back in the accounting because right now it's 4 o'clock. And it's count time. It's Maserati count. Census count. Maserati 4 o'clock count. You know, 2 o'clock count. Whatever it is. So that's why you got to always look at the clock when you're in a bad situation. Look at the clock. Man, I don't feel like being in that situation. I don't feel like counting right now. That's why it's important to always remember where you just came from. And if you could implement anything that you learned inside of prison, you can be successful outside of prison. It's guaranteed. You can't lose because you're disciplined at this point. Especially if you're one of them guys that been disciplined the whole time. You're disciplined, so you know how to kind of restrain from certain situations. You know, them females can be a situation that have you looking at the clock. Them females will do this to you. Blah, 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 yeah, you know, call y'all disrespectful shit and shit that you won't tolerate. But with some of these females, you got to kind of like, you can't even snap. You can't. You know? So that's #1. Tip #2, stay away from crash dummies. Man, you don't want to be around no crash dummy, dog. And you know, there's a lot of different things called dudes crash out. You done seen it in prison. That's why it ain't good for you to be around crash dummies. For what? A crash dummy could be your cousin, your homeboy. A girl could be a crash dummy. She can cause you to crash out because she crashing out on you. You see, you can have a homeboy you riding with. He got 3-4 pistols in the car. You just getting out of prison. He riding dirty. You know, you ain't thinking. You in the car with him. He get pulled over. He got a pistol and got them 2 ounces in there. You still on probation. You hang around a crash dummy because he ain't came from where you just came at. He ain't been where you done been at. He ain't been counting at 4 o'clock. He ain't been counting at 9 o'clock. He ain't been getting woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning for a 5-minute move. He ain't been hearing goddamn chow time, breakfast time. He ain't been hearing that. So he out here, he don't understand what's going on. You understand that, so you can't put yourself in position where he about to crash out and go where you just came from. You have to stay away from that, homie. For real. You must stay away from that. If you don't, you're going to put yourself right back in a situation where you end up in prison. So that's what I do, man. And listen up. If you like this content, make sure you hit like and your subscribe button. That way I can keep growing this page and keep giving you guys shit that y'all ain't seen before. For real. I'm going to give you some good information, man, to help keep you out of prison, to show you the cause and effect. Like my partner, we just got out of doing 27 years, sentence of 30 years. He only got caught with 3 keys. But they gave him 30 years. Leadership roles and all this type of stuff here, just because they'll do that. And once they do that, it's your job to prove that you innocent. You see, it's your job to prove that you really guilty. And then they get you in them systems and they put you in there and you'll wait for a long time. Especially if your name ringing. If your name ringing, they coming to see you. Ring, ring, that mean pick up the phone because they coming to see you. Your name ringing in the street, that mean ring, ring, pick up the phone, they going to come see you. There's so many good brothers up the road right now laying down behind dope charges alone, conspiracy. That's what they want to hit you with, conspiracy and all type of shit, and stack you up with all type of shit, man. Be safe out there. That's the main reason of this channel, and that's the main reason I'm on this channel, to tell you guys to be safe out there, homie. I know y'all gonna do what you gonna do. I can't stop you. Nobody don't want to stop you. But you got to goddamn realize you get a substantial amount of money out of the streets, dog. Get out the motherfucking way. Get out the way, dog. For real. Get out the way. Figure out a way to get you some legal money and start buying you some real estates. And do what you do. Do what you do. Live to be old, homie. You want to die old but be young. You feel me? You don't want to die old in no prison. You don't want to die young out here in the streets behind no bullshit. It don't make no sense. You want to be able to live to be old so you can enjoy your future. You done seen dudes up the road still ripped up, cut up in shape, 65, 70 years old. Homie, that's you out here in the streets. Don't come out here. Don't come out here and do that. That's you out here in the streets. You feel me? I'm going to give you another one of my tips to stay out of prison. Keep your same routine. That means if you were getting up early, going to the rec yard and working out, make sure you keep working out as part of your routine out here in the free world. Make sure you keep that same routine out here in the free world. If you do that, you're going to always stay in some type of shape. And that's important. That's very important. That's very important that you stay in some type of shape. You see, I just hit the 5-0. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them 70 babies. You know, came up in the 80s and was getting that paper in the 90s. You know, I was getting that paper in the 90s. Had to dodge the 90s. Hey, I skated through the 90s and I got hit 2 times. But guess what? I ain't going back to that shit no more. Believe that. Man, fuck that shit. My bad, YouTube. My bad. But I ain't going back no more. I want to be out here and get old, stay ripped up, and stay knocking them down when I can, you know. It is what it is. All right? So keep your same routine. If you were getting up going to the law library, that means you a focused individual. Read your book. Stay reading. Stay educating yourself. You know, keep your routine of staying in a positive environment because you know how negative the environment was where you just came from. So if you had to be around some positive guy to make it through where you just came from, keep yourself in a positive environment out here. You know, give yourself the same amount of time you just gave them people. That's one of the things I like to say. If you gave them people 15 years, give yourself 30 years out here in the free world. If you gave them people 10 years, give yourself 20 years out here in the free world and watch what you do. You're going to shine. You're going to shine. You got discipline, homie. For real. You know? Once you get your money up, you don't listen to everything I say, do. No. Look at the clock. Stay away from crash dummies. Keep your same routine. Get your paper up and start your business. Because you know how to hustle. You know how to hustle. For real. You know? I'm just kicking it with you, man. You know, I'm kind of starting to like this YouTube thing, man. Being on here, bringing street elements out to the world, letting everybody know what we're about. But we done been, this magazine publication here has probably touched every federal prison in the United States. Yeah, Street Elements magazine. We have touched every federal prison in the United States, and a lot of artists have this publication. And look here. If you see this video, I'm going to do this for y'all. I got 10 magazines I'm going to give away. You drop down your people information, and I'm going to pick 10 people to send a magazine. I need their name, DC number, and address. And I'm going to give away 10 magazines just on the strength of Street Elements magazine, because that's what we do. Now, certain prisons may turn it around just because you got different people in the mailroom. In some states I've been sending them to, like Texas, they talking about they had nudity and stuff like that. But man, them girls ain't naked. They ain't no different than a Curve magazine with them white girls in it. You know, just about particular prison. But them prisons, them federal prisons, nah, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna play. They're gonna let them boys get their books, you know. They're gonna let them get them books. I think Big Sandy had to start tripping. We had them put about 20 of them on the compound. And once they started realizing too many of the same things going in, they started to want to know what the hell going on. But other than that, we ain't had no issues. You know, just keep that in mind, man. These are my tips to stay out of prison. And stay out of prison. Make it happen or you capping.